It's the book of Alpha running me, nigga. Read it or weep.
Hey, what's good, my Alpha brethren? Just out, man. Not too many places to go, man. Just had to get out the crib, man. Been in there working. Well, actually hadn't been in there working, man. Just been in there really chilling, man. Got the Patreon content up earlier this morning, man. Tried to beat the sun up. And now, man, I'm just out, man, going for a leisurely drive, man. And I thought and I was thinking about some things, man. And somebody came in a comment and said to me that Alpha has to be about more than women. So my response was, yes, of course, Alpha's about more than women. And if you think that, you haven't been listening to my content and you don't have the right to quantify what my content is about, because you obviously haven't listened enough. And I also added that mastering women is the single first step in becoming the most alpha version of yourself. And his response was, well, no, God put women here to be a benefit to you, and they already have their position, so men shouldn't focus on that. My response before I blocked this guy was, well, to be perfectly honest with you, you have to understand this. With that being the base level of alpha, your superiority to women, if a man can't master that, he certainly can't master any other aspect of being alpha. And we're talking about the internal alpha. Yeah, you can get yourself in physical alpha shape, but if you don't have the mind to match your physical alpha shape, then you're just a big old muscular dude with no heart. You see what I'm saying? So that leads me to this video, man. I want to address that in a dedicated video after we elevate to a higher plane. Prepare for takeoff. Now, the truth of the matter is this. Women are the single most important aspect of asserting yourself as an alpha male. The male-female interaction is the basic interaction that a man has with the world. If you can't master that, if you can't master a level of dominance in that, then you certainly can't master a level of dominance in the rest of your life. You simply can't. You show me a billionaire and I show you a man who is dominant, no matter how you look at him. The majority of rich men are dominant over their women. We're not talking about the average guy who has a good job and has to go through a divorce. We're talking about the average rich man. You ever seen a rich man down in the dumps after a divorce? Every time I see Jeff Bezos talking right now, man, hey man, Jeff Bezos is cool. When Donald Trump was married to Ivanka, you know what he did, man? When they got divorced, he kept it right on moving, man. Opened some new businesses. When Hugh Hefner was married to his first wife, the mother of his children, mother of his boys, they got divorced, you know what he did? He built them a house right next door to him. They lived right next door to him in a mansion. And he kept on moving with his life, kept on being a playboy. Had 11 or 12 little tender bunnies in the crib with him all through the year. All the Playboy bunnies through the year were chilling with him in the Playboy mansion. So what you got to understand is this, man. Until you master that level of women, man, you're not going to master anything. The first story in the Bible, the first time that a man ran against God was because he chose his woman over God. So how can you not say that's the basis of the alpha interaction with the world? The man chose his woman over God, the opposite of being alpha. And after that, that man had no more opportunities to be alpha. He was destined to be who he was. You understand what I'm saying? Listen, he couldn't even father his sons in a way that made them afraid to cross one another. He had a son who killed his brother. I want you to think about these things. It's probably because his mother was the guiding force in his life and taught him to be jealous, taught him to be emotional. All of these things lead to the simple fact. It's a Harley rolling up in front of me, man. Give me a minute here. All of these things lend to the idea that you have to master women before you can master any other facet of alpha existence, man. That's why I tell you guys not to focus on the physical. You want to focus on your physical, man, just so you can be in shape and in great health. It has nothing to do with you being alpha. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I've seen some boys that look like they're supposed to be able to break a tree and have, man, get whooped the brakes off of them, man, by a little dude. On more than one occasion, I've seen this. So all of that means absolutely nothing. You find me a man who been lifting weights all his life and he big and he's strong, but he never had a fight. That boy don't know how to throw no hands. So that has absolutely nothing to do with being alpha physically. Of course, there's an intimidation factor that comes when you're dealing with a bunch of beta males. Beta males are instantly intimidated by a man with great size. A man who's alpha doesn't see that man's size. A man who alpha sees his own size. A man who's alpha sees the size of his heart. It goes back to the old adage that it's not about the size of the dog in the fight, it's about the size of the fight in the dog, man. I agree with that. That's one of the old adages, many old adages that have told men how to survive and thrive as an alpha male in this society that we simply just don't adhere to in today's world because we're too feminine in today's world. Women want to impress other women. Beta males want to impress women. Women want to befriend other women. Beta males want to befriend other women. Women pride themselves in their interaction with other women. Beta males pride themselves in their interaction with other women. Women think women are the prize. Beta males think women are the prize. See what I'm saying? There's a trend of femininity that goes down with the female and the beta male. So I say this to you, man. Any man who believes that you don't have to first master women in order to thrive as an alpha male, because this is the thing. As you become more alpha, you're going to have more interactions with women. Let me stop, man. There's a truck upside me. So, you have to understand that if you're going to thrive as a man, then you're going to come into greater qualities of women. Not necessarily quantity, but quality, and maybe even quantity. But what you have to understand is this. Every time you do these things, you're going to come to the realization that you have to master your interaction with women. You have to master your interaction with women. If you don't master your interaction with women, you're not going to master your interaction with men, and that's just the bottom line. You can master your interaction with soft men, weak men, beta men, but when you come in the presence of alpha men, then they're going to see right through you. Because a man who cannot master his dominance over his woman is a man who does not view himself as the quality of man that he should. He is a man that does not pedestalize himself. He is a man that does not prize himself. He is a man that does not put himself before everything under the globe. And that is a man who has not mastered the art of simply being a man.
It's the book of Alpha running me, nigga. Read it or weep.